Georgina is basically one of the students of the philosophy classroom of the international school in Jakarta. She's a very sort of quite outspoken girl. She's very sort of fashion forward in the way that she dresses. We've really tried to mix the batik Indonesian fabrics with a modern sort of look to show how kind of incorporated she is into her culture. I was first sent it by my agent and I read it and I was instantly sort of just really drawn to, number one, how it was set in Indonesia, this idea that the universal sort of telling of a student in a classroom and the things that they go through can be universal no matter where it is, whether it was in America or England or Indonesia. And yeah, so after that I read it and put myself on tape for it, and then I met with John Huddles and George Satt and Sybil, really. And then we just talked a lot about it and talked about the character. I think John and I really wanted not to make Georgina how she can be read sometimes in the script. She can be read quite sort of bit bitchily or a bit sort of very forward kind of minded and sort of speaks her mind quite openly. So we still wanted her to have a kind of lovable aspect to her that, you know, the audience could really feel for her in the situations where she was being chosen into the bunker. So I think that's what really helped me to really gain her sort of my angle on the character. I've never been to Indonesia before. I've been lots of times to Asia, but I was really interested in coming here, and I think, you know, it's such a massive country and the population is just so huge that I don't think anyone ever realizes it. I think Jakarta as a city is pretty crazy. It's very loud and busy and full of traffic, but everyone seems still incredibly sort of warm-hearted and kind, and all the places we've been to, I couldn't have, you know, we got such an amazing taste of how diverse the country is in terms of environment and weather and sort of atmosphere. I think my favourite, to be honest, I've loved all three locations, but I love the island of Belitung. It was just perfect paradise and perfect sort of absolutely in the middle of nowhere, which kind of made the characters in the film really real in the sense that could be the only people left on Earth. I think all of us felt a really amazing energy from the Prambanan temples, in the sense that, you know, we'd been blessed to be able to you know, film in such incredible historic locations that just generally never is able to happen on film. So that was an amazing honour for us. I was always excited. I remember when I passed my test, I always was looking forward to driving an actual car in a film. So I think my first ever time it was a six-wheeled Land Rover in the desert kind of lands of Mount Bromo. It was kind of a very slow car and it was crazy. Luckily I can drive manual stick. But it was pretty crazy because we were running and all this dust was going everywhere, and as we were driving we couldn't see anything in front of us, so we were just going, and so it was exciting. A lot of the times you had to start the takes again because it wouldn't change gears, but no, it was really good.